Hey y'all, it's Dr. Ashley Gaddy Robbins, and it's day 2 of the Rocaberti Writers Retreat. And y'all, I gotta bring some tea in on this one because I just have to truly debrief and breathe from the day. So let's get started. So this morning, woke up, kind of got ready for the day. We have an optional morning meditation, but I was like, I'm gonna sleep in. So I slept in and met everybody for breakfast, homemade breakfast. Okay, I'm not sure if I mentioned this yesterday. We have a chef, darling. We have a chef that's cooking every meal, snacks, coffee breaks. So yeah, it's the real deal. So we have breakfast and then we go into a session with one of the mentors. And today it was Diane Drake, who is the writer of Only You and the writer of What Women Want. I love What Women Want. That is my movie. So to know that she wrote it is so cool. And she's like a phenomenon in the industry because she sold 2 scripts for $1 million, which is unheard of. And what I really do appreciate about the mentors is that they're also giving us numbers. I sold this for 20 grand. I sold this for 40 grand. And so it's really helping to set an expectation or give an idea of how much scripts cost, how much people are buying scripts for, and kind of what that means for a writer. So she really did a presentation on the structure, the fundamental structure of a screenplay. And it was really cool to kind of see how you write act one, act two, act three, the plots, the incidents, the problem, the hero. And she used the examples of Toy Story and Iron Man. And as a visual person and a person who's never wrote a screenplay or doesn't know much about film at all, it was really cool for me to see this behind the scenes and these visual, movies that related to the plot writing. And so yes, there are some exceptions to the rules. Yes, we can bend the rules, but people who bend the rules, an exception to the rules, is because they at least have a foundational understanding of them. She made a good point. Picasso knew how to paint realistic art very well before he went into Cubism. And so that was something that was really impactful for me to hear, just in learning and soaking up information. Then we went to hold on, Ooh, we went to our mentor time. And y'all, my group is the bomb, okay? I have, like I told you, a Greek mythology story. I have Taro, who's a samurai in 15th century Japan. And I have a story about an everyday Asian woman who is really trying to be out here, doing it and taking names. So there's so many great stories in my group. And today, one of the people had to pitch. And so we literally, y'all, we just poured into her. We did practice round after practice round. We gave feedback. We made recommendations. She went to practice again. We gave notes. Our mentor, of course, gave notes on her script. It was just so beautiful to see how all of our experiences and differences was able to come together. I told somebody at the table today, we were like the Power Rangers. Like when it was time to suit up, morphin time, when it was morphin time, okay, and everybody comes together and they all go for the same cause, even though they're different people and different rangers and different color rangers. That's exactly how we did today. It was morphin time, and we really poured into the person who did their practice pitch today. So that was really good to spend time. I go tomorrow, so stand by for vlog day 3 because I do my practice pitch tomorrow, which leads me to kind of the biggest epiphany of the day. So we go into practice pitches. And so I'm thinking about, and this whole time my mentor has been saying, I'm really not quite sure. I want to be the best use for you. Your project is so unique. It's different than the others. It's not a screenplay. It's from your own research. You want to do a book, not a movie, not a show. And so, sorry, my allergies. And so he's like, let's just kind of still figure out how I'm going to be a benefit for you. And we're listening to practice pitches. And so we group up together in our cohort. And they're like, all right, Ashley's turns tomorrow, y'all. What are we going to do? How are we going to pour into her? And one of my people in my cohort goes, like I told you yesterday, girl, you need to turn it into a documentary. And I said, whew. Then I started thinking, what about a docu-series where each episode allows for the women in my research to actually tell their own story and break it down into different regions? Because I talk to women of different regions. And so it brings this nuance to say we all, were impacted by Trump, Floyd, and um, COVID-19, but it meant a little something different in New York than it did California, than it did North Carolina, than it did Alabama. Y'all, tomorrow I am pitching my dissertation as a docu-series. When I said surrender to the process, I didn't think it was going to completely change my modality. I thought I was coming here for a book. But tomorrow we are going to work through maybe pitching this as a docu-series. Like, wow. And then I went into some intuitive coaching with one of the wellness people who was here, who's leading the meditations and the coachings. And we just really talked about absorbing abundance, being in that nurturing mode. I told her I'm in the period of preparation and transition right now. And so what that means is, I'm investing a lot, but I don't see the seeds coming out of the ground. But I have to believe that by me nurturing the seeds are growing, they're being taken care of. And so we really kind of proclaim this word. We put this word nurture onto my transition phase as well. When things get tough, absorb abundance. And then we also kind of talked about the surrendering of the process. And that really kind of confirmed for me that I do want to think about this as a docu-series or a documentary right now. Of course, maybe still the book, but that's been a major shift. And this writer's retreat kind of took me there. And so that's what I'll be doing tomorrow. We had a great dinner, being in great community, kind of meeting people here and sharing our stories. And we ended with Judy Levine, who I told you all was the producer on the movie The Sessions with Helen Hunt, who won an Oscar nomination for supporting actress. And I love that she talked about the everyday. She had a day job while producing. Okay, she talked about the real life ebbs and flows. There wasn't no health insurance unless you were in the union. I mean, all of this real life stuff, how she had to find the money to produce a film because she really wanted it to have an impact. So it wasn't for the money, it was for the purpose. And she had to grind to try to ask people to fund this project and end up getting a contract with Searchlight. And so it was just great to be reminded by the real life, everyday day job workers who are in the industry and how that can blossom into something beautiful. So that's day two. I'm not about to go sign off and go write a pitch for a docuseries. So y'all wish me luck. Check in with me tomorrow after I do this pitch, okay? Because there's been a real big turning point. Subscribe for more. Appreciate it. Peace.